Hi guys, we are at DragCon New York City and I am here with the Vixen. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. So you just got in. You've been working with Grindr.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
So I'm doing Grindr Kindr, which is a campaign to speak out against the discrimination that happens on Grindr. You know, no fats, no femmes, no blacks, no Asians, all that stuff. Grindr is taking a stand and saying that's not what they want their company to be. And, which is amazing because how often does the company itself come out and say, we're not okay with this?
Great.
And so it's really just people sharing their experiences. And so I was one of the first people in the campaign to come out and say this is what I went through. You know, I met my boyfriend on Grindr and we've been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
And had he been against femmes or drag queens or anything like that, it never would have happened. But that type of environment is just toxic, and I love that Grindr is saying, you know what, we don't want to be that.
Yeah, no, that's really great. And it makes so much sense that they'd team up with you because you are such a activist. Well, no, you're such an activist.
Yeah, it felt really, really natural. It was so easy. Yeah.
So have you had experiences with sexual discrimination?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, most of it you never will really realize, but you know, when you see those things online and people just putting a sign up saying no black boys, no drag queens, no femmes, you're it's a personal attack and it chips away at you every time you see it. And so I think putting a face to the victims of that is really cool and important. Yeah.
Well, thanks for always fighting for everything.
Always fighting.
You're always fighting.
Always fighting.
But a good fight, fighting the good fight. Let's talk about Room. You just released Room Part 2 with Shea Couleé.
Yes. So I put out Room Part 1 when we got announced, and it was really I just wanted to give kids something to dance to. But Shea was like, you have to let me on that track. So because we did Cocky together, and it went really, really well with Lila Starr. And so we were like, okay, let's do it. And then, you know, especially with music, you never know. You could submit it and it could come out when you want it to or not, but it dropped last night right on time.
Yeah. And
we performed it last night and it was amazing. So
what was the fan reaction like?
Everybody went nuts. You know, Shea came up and she started doing Cocky, and then I snuck up on the box and did my verse, and then we dropped right into Room, and everybody went wild.
And I love the beat on it. Who produced that?
Jeremiah Meese, who also did Cocky. So it's just it's a winning team.
That is so awesome. And then touring. You've been touring nonstop since you've been on Drag Race, right?
Yes, it's so fun. I mean, I was a show choir kid. In high school, my show choir was national champion, so we always toured. So it's very normal to me, and I love it. I love being on the bus. I love getting up and having a schedule, being in a new venue, maybe getting to walk to Starbucks, and that's the only thing you do that day. But it's really fun to get out there and perform for people, and to work on your number and make it twice as good as it was last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my last question, touring, who is the craziest queen to be touring with?
Vanjie, of course. There's no... literally, you can see there's videos on my story of her twerking on the bunk beds and just nuts. You know when you wake up if she's up because you'll hear her. Yeah. She's having a rooster on bus. Yeah.
Miss Vanjie, the rooster.
6 a.m. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for talking to us. You have a long, long line waiting for you, so I'm going to get out of your hair.
Thank you so much.
Baby.
It's so good to see you again.
So good to see you.